Miguel had 45 melons. He sold 25 of them at $6 each and sold the rest at $4 each. How much money did he receive? I wrote my sentence on the bottom first. He received blank dollars. Now I have to see that this is really two-part whole problems because I know that he sold 25 of them at $6 each. And I also know that he sold the rest at $4 each. I want to know how much money did he receive. So this is a how much in all did he receive. So I'm actually going to draw this as two-part whole problems. Once again, I know that he sold 25 of them at $6 each. So I'm going to draw a bar. And I'm going to split it up. 25 is a big number. So we can just draw several lines to illustrate. There's 25. There's a lot. There's 25 of them. So I know that this is 25 melons that he sells at $6 each. And I'm going to need to find the total of that amount before I can find how much all 45 melons were. I'm also going to need to find how much he sold, how much the total of the rest of the melons were at $4 each. To find the rest of the melons, I have to do a little subtraction on the side. We know he had 45 melons in all. And we know that he sold 25 of them at $6. The rest were sold at $4. So he has 20 melons. So this is a total of 20. And I'm just going to show that we have 20 melons. It may not be exact, but as long as I'm seeing that there are 20 and I have it labeled over here. And I know that he sells each one of these 20 at $4 each. And I need to know how much that is in all before I can find my big question mark over here, which is how much of the $4 melons he sold with the total of the $6 melons. So I'm going to have to first solve 25 times 6, which is 150. Next, I'm going to have to solve 20 times 4, which is 80. I'm now able to add my two totals together and write in the total amount of money that each was sold. Whoops, each one of these should be labeled dollars. So my third step is going to be to add 150 plus 80, which equals 230, not coconuts, but dollars. And I'm going to write my answer in my sentence. So he received $230. Ashley bought a bed for $295. She also bought 2 mattresses at $65 each. She gave the cashier a $500 note. That means $500 of money. How much change did she receive? Now remember, this is a problem where a total amount of money was given, and we want to find part of that. We want to find how much was given back. So that means that this must be a part-whole problem. So I'm going to start by drawing my entire bar, and I know that Ashley gave the cashier a $500 note. So remember, that's what the person gives the cashier is always going to be our total amount of money. We know that she bought a bed for $295. So this is the bed. And that is $295. And we know that she bought 2 mattresses at $65. So I'm going to have two equal amounts that represent my mattresses, and each one is going to be $65. She gave the cashier a $500 note, and I want to know how much change she received. So what's left over is my change. You can now see that this is a part-whole problem. We're just looking for the missing part. So step 1 is going to be to add together 295, 65, and 65. 65 plus 65 equals 130. So I'm adding 130 and 295. That equals 425. My second step is going to be to subtract 425 from 500. When I subtract, I get 75. So I need to cross out my question mark and write $75 in its place. My last step is always writing my answer in the sentence. She received $75 in change. Now, if I want to check this problem, I can add together all of these parts, and what should I get? The whole amount up here.